One of them is this stuff that says recording in progress.
Yeah.
So this is set for only the guests. At least no. The default is it announces it to everybody. But when you're in your presentation, there's a setting that says that only announces it to the guests, so that those who are listening to your presentation don't hear it. I think because we had the speaker off for this room, you guys didn't hear it. But that's, in some ways, that's, to me, it's disrupting a lot of times. So one of the things that's really particular with Zoom is you cannot show the Zoom app itself. It will not show you. I think if I go into this, yeah, see on this screen I've got the I'm showing the microphone when you select, the tilde. Let me go to that. So I'm going to try and figure out. This is a tech way of doing it. Use my phone camera to show you what's going on. So bear with me on this. But it's kind of the only way I figured out how to show what's going on. So, there. A little odd, but in your Zoom, a lot of times we're going to go to the basic settings. So I think you come in here. A lot of these are, and this is your computer blue screen.
Yes.
So maybe adjusting your settings.
Sorry.
That's all right. Microphone adjustment. You want those on. This is the key one right here. Let's see that. It's the mute my microphone when joining. Audio by computer, you can turn this one on. There's another one this is for audio. So now when you come in, when Bruce comes in, you're not going to hear him sneezing or things like that. So he's going to be muted. I think that's a preference that we want to set so that when you do come into meetings and you're not quite ready, but your Zoom settings already muting it. And we'll go to the same with the video. So sometimes we may be in a different situation. There's one that says, I always show preview, but turn off my video when joining. Right? See, these are default. I guess for Zoom, they're showcasing their capabilities. For a person, you don't want it to be always showing because maybe you're on your phone and your phone is maybe shooting up your nose or something like that. So it's just not in the right place. And then until you're ready to actually do that. So those are some of the settings. Is this working okay? I know it's a little bit odd, but hopefully you guys are able to see the settings that are there. And then
can I say something? Sure. They always display participant names on the video. I usually check it off.
I like to see who is there, because what will happen is it'll go away. So we'll turn it off. And I think after a few seconds, these the names will go away. Right? So some people want to see the pictures, but yeah, see at this point the names disappear. But as soon as you move the mouse, they'll come back up. So for me, I like it always shown. I don't want to really see a lot of motion happening. On off kind of situation. So we'll go back into the settings. So does anyone need to log into the Zoom meeting? This Zoom meeting to connect? That's the other part. You got your computers, you guys can connect in. bananas in it. But if anyone needs, let me see, one of the other things that's helpful. If someone you know is supposed to show up to the meeting, you can do two things. One is here, and they haven't shown up. So always this, I call it the shield, but it gives you the link. You copy this and then text it to your friend. Hey, we're in the meeting. You know, here's the link. Join us now, right? We started. So hopefully that helps you there. That gets you into the meeting. And then there's another one. That's there's a second one here. So they duplicate it. Copy the invite link. Under participants, there's a little up arrow, and then you can do that. So that also copies to your clipboard, and then you paste it. Control V on PC. I'm not sure on the Mac. Probably same. But then also back to the shield, you can show people the numbers and just give them the numbers and then the password. Right? So that's the minimum. And then on Zoom, you can go to the page. So I'm going to go back into the settings to get to the advanced. Actually, it's on boost, so I don't think it's going to. So one of the ways is in general. Setting that goes to the web setting. I'm going to have to switch to my computer to do that.
We're fine. Go
Okay. Under mine is a general. If it's a paid Zoom account, I believe it should be there. So then there's this few more settings. And that's where we're going to set the co-host. So now we're on the internet, the web one. So this, you have to log in sometimes. So that was general. And the very bottom, there might be something that says
other settings. Okay.
the other setting. Thank you. All right. So settings. Within this, you scroll down to the settings. And these settings, there are a lot of settings now. So each one of these is a tab with many pull downs. I'm just going to focus on the meeting ones and the recording one. But the meeting one, the two that you want to set is co-host. And so the good thing is there's a search function. I'm not sure if they, yeah. So you want to be able to enable that. It's default off. So now you can't have a wingman. If you have a meeting and say, hey, can you co-host? What I wanted to do is set any guest as co-host so that you see what the co-host's functionality is. When you guys are as guests, you don't see the power that the host or co-host have.
So if you have people want to share this screen, by putting this on, it's done. You don't have to pay each one.
You don't have to allow them to share.
No.
Correct. That allows them to also unmute themselves as well as to share screen. And as a co-host, when you have that power, you have the ability to mute people, mute their audio as well as their video. So if there's some video, seeing somebody doing something or is disturbing, you can turn off their video as well. So, but that's one of them. And the other one, I think, so search for co-hosts, and the other one is mute. Mute all participants when they're joining you. So now you, as the host of a Zoom meeting, you have the power to make sure that everyone is muted as they come in. So you personally set it on your own to mute, but then as you're setting up your meetings and as your settings in your Zoom, if you have that there, that will make sure that when you're starting your presentation or starting your meeting, you're not hearing a lot of background noise. And then for the co-host or your wingman, they don't have to go around and click 15 different mutes on it. So I'm going to switch back to showing you now. So those are the main settings I would set: is co-host, muting, and there is that other one for recording. The other one says, when you hear it, it says recording in progress, right? In here, there's a setting that says announce it to, and you can put whether it's just that. There we go. Show the disclaimer. All participants, I probably should have it. This is mine.
What is yes?
Guests are all your visitors.
And how does that differ from the visit?
It'll announce to yourself as well. So a lot of times, because you have your wingman and they forgot to click record as you're presenting, you'll end up getting this pop up and the voice that says recording in progress. So it disrupts the presenting. We figured out. We're glad that Zoom has added this now, because sometimes we're in the middle of presentation and then they stop and they say, "Thank you very much for recording." Whatever it is. I mean, it disrupts the rhythm. So that's the other one. So,
Right.
And then let's go into a section of showing what you can do as a co-host. So now, participants. So this is the power as a host or co-host that you never see. And let's see, we'll make Hannah. This is how you can make someone co-host. So now, because the co-host is set, this is mine. I'm a guest. Only the host has the power. It's not so,
Too many screens.
too many screens and not enough hosts. So, but this one, Bruce is as a co-host, so he can ask to unmute. And so this is what pops up. So you know how when you're in a meeting and you point someone out, Bruce, why don't you go ahead and share and unmute and let us know what's going on. So what a co-host would do is click that, and now there's a prompt that pops up on Bruce's screen, and he doesn't have to search around for that bottom left corner microphone. Right? He doesn't have to search for that. He just says, okay, unmute.
So that's where, so it helps with the cadence of the meeting. And then sometimes I text or chat to the actual person and I say, hey, you're next. I'm going to unmute you, but make sure you're quiet. The other one is to mute. So if we click
the mute, you get this prompt, the host muted. Yeah, it's just going to show that the host muted. Like do that. Don't get upset. It's just one thing. Yeah, and the same goes for the video. can stop someone too. And spotlight them,
It's not nice.
right? So now that's spotlighting.
This is.
Go back to the slide deck. Any questions?
Tom, we had a meeting yesterday, and previous meeting, they had chat through the. In yesterday's meeting, we only allowed chat between everyone and two presenters on time. Prior to that, you continue to chat featuring privately saying chat messages.
Okay.
Each person says like 55 people in this now. And I can go ahead and we can have a quick conversation. Here's my LinkedIn
Yeah.
profile, that sort of thing. It wasn't enabled yesterday. Is there a way to enable that so everybody in the meeting can chat with each other privately? Or
Yes.
how to turn that off?
Let me see if I can.
It's probably by design.
Yeah, well, some of it's by design or it's the default settings.
It had to be modified
Yeah.
for attention purposes.
Then we need to wrap up time.
So yeah, this is that setting. So under the utility. Then utility, you can go here, go to the audio settings. It's archaic, but that's where it just gets you into your menu for settings. Team chat. This is the one that allows or disallows certain aspects of the chat. Play sound. Oh yeah. The other one that I think is default off now is when someone arrives and departs time. So that one I think is now off. It used to be on. It's a pet peeve of mine. It's like everyone ding dong, something right.
Tom, we need to wrap.
Yeah. Okay. So there's settings that they can set, and I guess that's a request back to the moderators saying, please change it back to this. And they can answer why they said it that way. Maybe they don't know. So in meetings, so I showed a little bit. Let me go back to the slide like that, and showed the co-host powers, right? Hopefully I got that covered. And then running a meeting, you can mute people and then go ahead.
I just had a question. Where is the place where you put your name on your video? At the bottom, it always has the person's name or
Okay. Renaming yourself?
right.
Do you have time?
Yeah, shortly. We're running over.
Yeah, that's right there.
And not only for that one.
Yeah, okay. So this, actually here, participants. So as that one. This one has all the power. So any member as a host, go here. Participants, the three dots, click, rename.
I saw one time, the reason I'm asking is I saw one time somebody had a QR code inside there.
Or you could just click it and you could get their business card basically. Or
In the,
is there a way?
that's interesting, however.
Hmm.
Yeah. I haven't seen that. I'll have to play around. Maybe it's a link.
So my only question is, do I get my settings back after you? Guys, we're gonna take a 5-minute break, get a little coffee, and please come back soon. Thank you, Tommy. Great. Can you set me back up for the general slides?
You gotta.
Thank you. There's so many little things that are embedded in these programs you don't know about, you know. So that's true.
They're everywhere.